Hello and welcome to the next update of this disaster series, which of course is literally now turning into my life rather than just all the bits and pieces about the Lego room. Now, obviously, this was coming, wasn't it? This is where I do all my unboxing bits and pieces. After the last couple of uploads, we've thrown bits and bobs in here. I haven't had time to sort it out, and now look at the state of it. I'm trying to get all the bits and pieces ready for all the unboxing videos for the Christmas bits and bobs. I've got all these bits and pieces on the back shelf just here. Now, what I want to try and do with you guys and girls today is actually rearrange the display on the back shelf with some of these sets that got moved from our Star Wars display. Now, if you've not seen any unboxing videos, there is lights that ping across, and they just, there you go, blind you all. They all change colour, so I can change the colour of those as we go. But I think maybe for a little while they would look quite nice on the bottom shelf, and then they can just move up a shelf, and then eventually what we will do is we'll come back down here and we'll move all the brackets to actually have more than one shelf on display, because they go all the way down to the bottom. And I've got all this shelving and racking that I put in a little while ago, which I've done nothing with, just for basically storage of bits and pieces. So I want to try and get this area a little bit more tidy today, make a little bit of a display with you today, and then reading through your comments of everything that you guys and girls have suggested over the last couple of uploads. We'll basically see what's what. But what I need to do to start with is I need to move these off this table, and I need to find the 2 Christmas sets that I actually need to build. So there's some good news and there's some bad news. Good news, I found the sets. These are the 2 in question. These are the sets that I was going to build. Bad news, they've not moved. Why haven't they moved? Well, the title has probably given that away. We have puddles. Puddles and puddles and puddles of water all over the floor. And I've just found another hole in the ceiling, which is, oh, just caught that as well. That is leaking all over the place. So this has now gone from a minor disaster that sums up this series. Sums up this series. Anyway, find the light switch. Let's see if we can actually see where this thing is dripping. This is highly entertaining for all of you guys and girls. Now, right, so we have got water coming through onto that box up there, water on the wood. There is a hole where it's physically dripping through, which is splendid. That's on all of that, which is fantastic. That's full in there on that box, and there's a better look at that puddle. So priorities have changed. So this is now going to be over a couple of days. I'm going to go into a different place to get these built. I want to get these unboxed. I actually want to get these uploaded. That now was actually the thing that I was going to put on display. How badly damaged is this? Huh. We might be alright, he says. He says, hang on. Is it going to fall over again? I've got my foot underneath it. Do we crack the light? No, we are good. No scratches either. How did... oh, I've broken a tree. That is it. Why this is tipping like that, I don't know. Right, so what has gone on with this? We've just broken one single... did it fall around... it must have done. So that could have been... that could have been a lot worse. Let's be honest. So like I said, the plan was... I've always got a plan, and I always have to do something else. I think, would look nice up across the top and on the back, but now I've got a bit of an issue with the amount of water that I can actually just see. Well, I'm sure you've seen it already, but now I've actually got this light balancing on here. There, look at that. Not good. Luckily I propped that one off the floor, because that is obviously the minifigure stand, and everything else over that side, it doesn't really matter. So hopefully it's just dripping through that one hole. We are about to start a storm, as you can hear on the roof. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it now. It knocks that light for the 3rd time. Just stay still. So let's change the plan. Let's just make this video, let's just basically make this up. So over the next couple of days, and rather than in this one day, I need to get the treehouse in and on somewhere. So I was thinking maybe the treehouse in the middle, that one side, that the other, and they're just all the bigger sets on display, and they just go up to the top. That box goes on there. To be honest, I can do that because I don't think they're going to get wet. And then what I'm going to have to do is pull all of these boxes out, put those sets now back into those boxes, put those boxes onto this table, or a table, so they don't get damaged, obviously, and then go back to the Lego room, get these two built, show you them what they look like built, as I had crap my head on the other light, and then basically make this one up. So this is now going to be the most random thing. This should have been really simple and really easy, and I'm now going to be on a roof trying to fix a roof with a hammer at some point in this video. Right, we are literally 3 minutes later. I've just had a little cry and we're just going to carry on. Just pretend the roof is not leaking. I have far too much to do in my life to worry about that kind of thing. So this is all bone dry, he says. Shelf's dry, that's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to move Batman, Wolverine and Spidey up to the top for now. Then you guys and girls can let me know if you think I should bring that down or if I should try and mix and match the shelves up. Obviously the good thing about these is potentially we could add these into our Marvel DC section in our theme park now and have them as big monument statues, because I think they could be in scale. So that is an option that we've got, so I could now maybe use them. So hopefully you guys and girls can see what I'm doing. And no, I haven't broken anything just yet. We are 3 for 3, so that's not too bad. So you can see that clearing off. Disney Castle, this little thing, what should I do with this? I did have some really good ideas with some Easter eggs of Mickey with a load of money in his pocket, because obviously he's bought over a load of stuff. I could recreate what I thought about doing as a UCS version with this version, just getting a small Star Wars thing and having it been attacked. Or that probably is the perfect scale for a show, isn't it? Where you go around all the theme parks and you have it as a bit of a show. Now that would work quite nicely. Now the other thing that we need to look at is this. I mean, it's beautiful, but I don't know where it's going to go. So that's just a different issue for a different day. So I need to get the space set up with the other bits and pieces. That needs to go, probably just be dumped onto that shelf for now, and then I will start to move these. Right, shelf is clear, and before you say anything, no, these aren't tears. It's that heavy of rain outside. I've just had to run up to grab something. So that is just going to have to be left. So obviously I've said the plan once, but what I'm going to do is just get this stuff on here. You can see how, you can probably hear in the background how heavy the rain is. I'm just going to get everything up off the floor, get it out the way, and then we're just going to tack this on a completely different day. So now this video is going to be over multiple days, and the next time I can get up onto that roof, you will be joining me. And you know that's going to go messy, you know it will be bad, but I'm just hoping that when we take a tuck into here in a little bit, there's nothing, I don't think the water's hit these boxes, because these boxes do have some of the bits and pieces in. You can see what's basically there, so I think it's just over there. I'll get a bucket and I'll just cover it. So what do we think to this? So we have our pizza oven. I'm hoping these will be seen on the camera. Obviously these can come back up into the display. Now I am doing this before the Star Wars video goes live, so potentially there's going to be some tears in that, and we'll see what's what. But the nice thing is about these lights is obviously they do change colour, so it does give me the opportunity to show off these a little bit more, and they're just up at the top for now, and obviously we can move bits and bobs. And the reason obviously why, if you missed the last episode of why we had to move the Indiana Jones, is just a really awkward shape. The set is fantastic, it would work really well in a theme park area, but I just can't get it to line up with anything else. So if we can get this on the shelf, it's got nice colours. I think because they are on the same base, they're the same sort of scale, they've got that bit at the front, I think they should look half decent side by side. Now I'm not going to really notice what they're like until we get them back. Now obviously the other option is I throw the treehouse on there as well, just for a good bit of size, and we can see what is what. But to be honest, for now the treehouse isn't in any danger of getting damaged. They're off the floor, so our focus point now just needs to turn to this. So yeah, not ideal. I just need to make sure I've got no electrics anywhere else. That's the problem, because I do quite a bit down here. So you can see you've got the two lights just on that bit. We've got these two lights up at the top, and then behind it there's nothing. I can't believe this didn't actually get damaged whatsoever, and nor did it break any of the Lego sets. That's the thing that I put this camera on. This camera doesn't live down here. Got to bring these batteries up, so that has to come up with me. That's a priority. Let me just get this off the floor and we'll just see how wet the floor actually is. Right, boxes are moved. I think we've been lucky, to be honest. I think that bit is where the important stuff was. That is nothing in there. They're actually luckily empty boxes. That bag is half wet, and that is soaking into those mats. So it's got to be coming in from the top, not from the bottom. That'll be safe there. It's not going to get that high. Now I just need to probably see how far. What can you do? What can you do? Grab a bucket and worry about it on another day. So I'm going to go outside in the rain, try and find actually where this is coming from. This has turned into like a DIY bodge tutorial as well. Figure out exactly where that is coming from up there. Oh, it is coming through really quickly actually. Oh, oh, look how wet those beams are up at the top. Hang on. Oh, that I didn't want to do. What have I just done with that? I just pulled the cable out the back. What a moron. Plug you back in. Well, let's be honest, that is not ideal. How quickly that is dripping through just at the top. I'm sure you'll be able to see that as I try and get there we go. Have a bit of that. So that's where I need to catch it from, because water does great things, which you then have about 20 different drops underneath, all from that one bit of wood that looks like it's bowed up. How am I going to get a bucket underneath that? I don't know. But it's not by any of the electrics. It's just on, of course, some of my stuff. It's not going to damage any toys. It's not going to damage anything, is it? So I can't really do anything down here until I get that repaired. But that is, as it's getting heavier and heavier, that is just going to get worse and worse, which isn't great. So enough whinging. Let's get something to cover that over with, and then we'll just... You just went blind then, didn't you? Enough whinging with that. I mean, as I said, it's not ideal, but I can just get a bucket, and I'm just going to have to do some of the unboxing videos up in the actual Lego room until this is all sorted, because I can't really run the risk of putting all the sets and stuff down here and doing all that work to then take it all back out again. Luckily, there's nothing here, because we actually did all the donkey work already and cleared all of that up. So I'll grab a bucket, and then what we'll do, we'll wrap up today in here, and you'll catch back up with me, hopefully, on the roof. Right, different day, different week, different month, maybe? It's been emotional. All it's done is rain. I cannot get up there and repair that. So I built this instead. So this is now done and finished. But the problem is that I have, because I've built it up in this space, it's now a disaster again, because all the bags are everywhere, and it's just a pain, because this was never supposed to be a building area when we started doing this a couple of weeks ago. However, I think now what I am going to do is just, I'm going to have to leave this space here, and then when it's all tidied, I've got all the boxes and everything back off the floor, because these big sets, the boxes are huge, that box is huge, this set is unbelievable, and it's massive. I'm going to get a little table that's going across, and that way I can actually leave a set that is being built on top, because there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to get down. I'm going to repair it, let it dry out, and then it's a disaster, basically. So on a positive, this is finished, and thanks to Jay's Toy Collection UK, who I am doing a live stream with this evening, and we will be planning a Star Wars diorama, so hopefully this won't be too long after that. I'm trying to get it uploaded within at least the 7-day period. I've got a Star Wars haul, so we're going to get them out the way. Because at the moment I can't move. That's another problem. I am stuck between bits and pieces. And the next problem, because we love issues, like I said, disaster series of everything and my life. This table, because I need to do the unboxing area. Sorry, I need to do an unboxing video for this set, and this set is ridiculously big. Yes, it is the wrong colour. I don't know why. I need to find a lighter grey before, a darker grey before we actually do the unboxing video. Because this thing is so big, I need to move the table back, because I can't really show it off properly. And I need to clear the space. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn this down and round into a positive. What I'm going to do now is clear all of this off. Then I'm going to get this ready for a unboxing. This is then going into that corner, but this, I think, this might go into the corner on the live. It might be a bit awkward to do that, to be honest. So what I might do is just do it in this upload, and then I can show it off in the live instead, just so it looks like what it up against, because I'd love to see what this looks like with the orange up against there. And then that will then mean I can put where I've got my lunch, which is one whole packet of crisps and a Monster, is all these Star Wars sets. Now I have got bits and pieces in that bag, and I've got some larger sets in that bag, which I will be sharing with you now within this upload. And the Star Wars section now needs to expand. So all of it's got to move again. So let's do that in this upload. Instead of tidying up, let's just crack on. So we'll just focus on that in this upload instead, and then the next episode might be me repairing the roof finally, and I'd like to get back in there, take some sets down that need to be repaired, get built, do the unboxing stuff, and then this could just be used for display. It's too tight to do both in here, and it's a right pain in the backside, but it is what it is. So, like I've said, I need to tidy up, do an unboxing video, then I need to get all of the Star Wars sets out, which would be good fun. Then in this upload, this needs to move, and this needs to move. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on at this table, starting from this corner all the way to the roller coaster track in no specific order whatsoever, like we've done with the haunted section at the bottom. And then I will work out if it's going to go across this back bit, or if it just goes across the green at the very back for our medieval display instead, because there's going to be quite a big diorama being built, which is going to be good fun, because we're going to have all sorts of different bits and pieces going on, which is going to link into the Marvel stuff. So keep your eyes peeled as this goes through, and hunt down the unboxing video for this. So you're getting, I expect so you're getting a sneak peek before the unboxing video goes live, but the unboxing video will already be live. Now this has an incredible amount of detail on this side, and then you've just got this massive, well, thing on here. But this is going up against that wall, but I can't put it up against the wall until I've undone the boxing video, so I've got to tidy up first. Right, tidying up first, that is the plan of attack. That will do for now. There's about, honestly, nearly 100 plastic little bags in that. It's just inners on inners, and they obviously just go everywhere, and I try and keep them to one side until finished, in case I've left a brick in there. We always do. So I've checked them all. They've all been put in the bin, so that is okay. Now I have bodged some space. This box is definitely going to knock me out when it comes to actually doing the unboxing video. Instruction booklets, there's 4 of them, and then you've got this thing just here. I'm not 100% sure if that is actually the right way around. I don't know if it is, so I need to double check the instruction manual for this. And then I think it must be, because it must catch onto here, because this picks up and it must catch onto that bit. So there's some cool bits and pieces. And then all the minifigures up there look absolutely fantastic as well. So hopefully this one goes all right. Like I said, check this video out if you didn't know this was a thing. This is the most chaotic start to a disaster video I think we've done so far. So once I've got this done and I've prepped for the live this evening, we can start moving some sets. I'll go very quickly, and I've run out of a lot of time, but that went all right, I think. So check that video out. Hopefully it's okay. I had to do bits on my phone, I had to do bits and pieces on this. I haven't got the right lights up here, basically, and it is a nightmare. So hopefully it does it justice. If not, when I get the room refixed and repaired, I'll just redo it and delete this video. But you can go and check that one out. I think it'll be worthwhile, because there is so much detail within it. Now, what I need to do is actually need to get this out of the way, because it's in the way now. So I need to pick this up, put this over. These are some of the little Star Wars sets. I picked up some of these little battle packs. So there's 1 or 2 bits and pieces. I'll show you the rest of them after. There's a few of them. So some bigger, larger sets. But by the time this has gone live, you might have already seen it. So I've now got to get ready to get going with Jay's Toy Collection UK. I need to send him some little bits and pieces. So it's always going to be good fun doing a live with Jay. So I'm going to get that done now, and then probably catch back up with myself tomorrow. Right, we're going on a road trip. We are outside a Tesco of all places. We are 1 week later, so we are all the way in here. This is my view, and I'm currently watching people can't find the car. It's highly entertaining, but look at the size of this. I find a super-sized monster. That's going to get me going this morning. So apparently there's Star Wars Lego on sale here. So I'm going to go in, have a look-see. This is, like I said, 1 whole week on. This is the most random disaster video I think I have ever done. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a look in the shop, see what's there. Hopefully they've got some good offers on, and then we're going to go back to the Lego room and then basically carry on. Well, that was an absolute disaster. Complete waste of my time. Thank you very much indeed. So they have the Entertainer inside Tesco. So they don't actually have Tesco prices on the Entertainer stuff. So it's all online only, I think. What a pain in the backside. But I am quite close to the Smiths where I am. I'm 8 minutes away. So I just got it in the sat-nav. So I'm going to go there because they've just started their Black Friday sale. Right, we've moved. It was successful enough. So I didn't pick anything up, but I know what is in their sale now, which is fantastic. Obviously, it's online. It's easy enough, but it's nice to see in person. I've got 2 of these stores really close together for me. I am going to go live tonight. So I'm actually going to do a bit of research. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to plan the size of the diorama I want for the Clone Wars bits and pieces. So they've got like the TIE Bomber and things here with 17, maybe £20 off compared to the Lego website as well. So this is the sale that started early compared to the Black Friday sale. Obviously the Lego website hasn't started yet, but they do have all the battle packs, all the clone battle packs, and they've got some ATT walkers in. £45 off. Now I have got one of them, but I'm tempted maybe to get a second to make a really nice diorama around the UCS bomber that I've got. So we will see, but we'll get back to the Lego room and I'll talk about it more. Right, we have just come straight back from the shop. Now, this was the haul that I said, what would have been last week, but only a couple of minutes ago for you. So these were the battle packs. These videos have already been uploaded, so we have got a haul for that. There's this, whatever that is. There's this from the Ahsoka series, the T6, which looks fantastic. Now, this is the thing that is, I picked this up in a big sale anyway, because over in the UK, all of the sales start much early, so it's still not Black Friday yet or Cyber Monday or anything like that. We are currently on the Insiders weekend date, if you want to try and work that out. And this was all bought the weekend before that, and everything was in a huge sale. This thing was in a sale, everything that we're looking at. Now, what I was thinking is I've got two options, and this is how I'm going to wrap the video up, I think, because I've got all of this to move, and we'll just do this in a different upload, and this will be the video, obviously, in the series that will follow this. No, I still haven't fixed the roof, and that was a couple of weeks ago now. I just have to keep putting towels down there. That is an absolute nightmare. Every weekend it's rained, which is splendid. And now we have horrific winds outside as well. It is nuts. So that roof is just going to keep peeling and peeling and peeling, and there'll be nothing left, basically. So that'd be splendid. Now, there are options. I am going to go live tonight, but this video will be done after. Now, the two options are, well, for this Clone Wars display, is we have the big ship. Now, the big ship itself is the actual ride. So the UCS stuff that we have a plan for is the main ride of the theme park. All the other little bits and pieces like these ships, it's just going to be theming and fascia. So I've got this one, we've got this one, for example, you've got the N1, you've got the cantina and blah, 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 blah. Two options I have. Do I have the Republic gunship with non-clone troopers coming out of it? So they are just normal, like CMF minifigures. We can put a load of Easter eggs running down the side, and they run to some of these. So we could have, for example, 2 tanks, and that's basically your level or part of the ride that you do. I'd have to get a load more of these battle packs and just fill these out, because I don't think 4 minifigures on a whole table is going to fill them out whatsoever. So I can pick up a couple more of these battle packs, maybe 1, 2 more of each of these colours. Look into getting some of the purple ones as well, so get 2 fighter tanks that comes with the purple troopers. And then maybe another one of these, so we've got more orange ones in there, and then we can basically have almost like a big proper diorama being built up, but the actual minifigures, which is obviously it's part of a theme park, is in part of the ride, so it's almost like an interactive type thing. That's the correct word I'm going for. That would mean I'd need to spend more money on sets, or do I just have one representation of each, and it's just a walk-through attraction, and we just have all of these clones, so those and these just coming out of that, and then everything else, so you just have the tank is just there. Because don't forget, what I thought would be quite cool is each one of these guns would be where a normal minifigure would be on, and that is obviously you as an interactive ride, like it would be with basically the Falcon. So we are creating basically zones and levels of each. So that would be our big Clone Wars display, where we could have it as a full interactive display. Get 1 more of them, get a couple of them, get 2 of the Mandu tanks, which is the purple ones, which look really nice. And the main attraction is then obviously this big UCS set, because that would basically be your start point of the ride. Second table would be the same thing, but for a completely different theme. Still thinking the AT-AT with all of the Hoth stuff underneath it. So just get the Hoth battle packs of this, and then again the same thing, you'd be on the good side or the bad side, and you basically, it's like a massive laser shooter. Basically, that's what that is. And then the third one could be open for discussion, because is the choice of the Razor Quest, but the Razor Quest here is in scale with the M1, which would be in scale with the X-Wing, which would be in scale with the Falcon. And that's all of our theming. So the smaller ships is theming, the bigger ships is the actual rides, and that's, I think, how it would look very visually nice. And there would just basically be a spider's web of stuff. Now, if you're confused with what I'm going on about, 3 separate tables, table number 1, table number 2, table number 3. Each one of those tables have a huge UCS ship, and then we make a little diorama around it We either make a representation of each thing that is available, or we make it as a huge display, so one table for a big Clone Wars battle, and then we just put in generic bits and pieces, or we make a little grandstand and we just have the minifigures watching a massive battle emerge. What I am going to have to do, I think, first, before that decision gets made, is how big this is going to be. Because if this thing is absolutely massive and it's going to take up a huge amount of space, then that might cause a bit of an issue. Because obviously this is on a stand, all the minifigures can fit underneath the wings, so it's going to look nice. But maybe we just have one of those, we just have a tank, we just have something in just one representation, and we could just have a path walking around it of that zone, and each zone is connected basically by Easter eggs and paths and things like that. So it is going to be a big display. But last thing, the Batcave is in, so the shadow box is in, and yes, I think that looks really, really smart with the orange behind it. I think that works really, really nicely. Now this disaster video is a true disaster video. We've achieved nothing. Got a little haul. There is an opportunity, depending on how tonight's live goes, if you think I need to get some more of these battle packs, these are in a sale. Online at the moment it's double VIP. There's the Black Friday sale coming soon. A lot of the Black Friday sales have started. I just think we could just make massive diorama displays, to be honest, and then just figure out how we're going to interact it with the theme park. I think if we just had these, personally, I think if we had 2 of these, a load of these battle packs, because that way we can just replace the gunner with basically what we would be. So we would run off the gun of the gunship straight on to be one of the gunners, and then it's just, we can just have them all around, and it could just be a huge ride. Basically, that's what I'm thinking, because it looks like a disaster, like it always does up here. But like I said, the plan is it's supposed to be a theme park, so everything is going to connect with paths. I've got to get all the base plates on the tables. This is going to be a long-term project. And the other thing is we are a week away from me filming this for the Avengers Tower, and they have dropped a bombshell with regards to where else it's going to be released, which means in the UK you can save yourself a huge amount of money, which is what we're going to be discussing this evening. So I might actually end up putting that on hold, not getting it day one, even though it would look very, very smart over there, and just go from there. But like I said, all of this is going to be tied up on the lives. I would like to be able to put the paths and everything with you. We've now got new ways of doing the lives as well. It's all interactive. You can see what I'm doing and everything else like that. There'll be multiple cameras up here set up, coming off a laptop, and then we can move stuff really, really simple, and you guys and girls can pick where it's going to go. So it's going to be basically this, but live, which really is going to go bad, isn't it? So that'd be good fun, and we'll try and do that weekly or fortnightly, and there's loads of Lego news and things like that. But we're going to end the video here. You can see where we're at. I am going to start the next upload with moving all of this, because all of these 2 tables, it looks worse than what it is. It's just because I actually spread it out ready, and all of this is just going to move. Got to figure out exactly where that's going to go, what we're going to do with this, how much we're going to extend the Star Wars by. This will be flying off the ceiling, so that's okay, so that's not too much of a problem. That can be flying off the ceiling, so that's not too much of a problem. That's our main centerpiece with these. Just depends on how big this is with regards to scale, and if we're going to need one more. Like I said, is it just a representation, or do we have this as a go-to part of the level, and then you just run off this and onto it? We'll see. But guys, done. Let us know in the comments below what you think I should do. Do I make a representation or a huge diorama? Because, like I said, it all comes down to money. But these battle packs, obviously you know what these are like to get hold of. I can get hold of these really, really easy. Do I need a lot of them, or do I just need 4 of each and to get them in a couple of different colours? Let us know, let us know, let us know. But guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.